Hi guys, Artiar here. So for this video, I'm going to go through every single detail of quality of life from BTR server that most likely is going to the global server as well for our tomorrow update. Though this quality of life is pretty important because it really made your game experience in Dislyte a lot more better as well. And then before we go through that, spoiler alert, I'm going to go through with the Anomaly story. I'm going to show you my prediction of the next upcoming Esper after Lushang. And then there's some very interesting prediction as well. So in Anomaly content, Anomaly is a big content, right? And then we have Meta Liling here. This phase here, we have Chapter 1, Chapter 2, Chapter 3, and Chapter 4. So within this 4 chapter here, I'm actually assuming the last chapter is actually a boss. Because if we look at the poster or the teaser trailer, there's actually a two-headed dragon from this like a black hole loop thing within the fourth phase. So every single phase here is actually like trial, then the last one could be a boss. So it could have an upcoming boss from my prediction. And within the story here, we will see Liling, and then we are seeing Yun Chuan. They are inside the Chaos Miracle already, and not just two of them. And before a few days ago, the Eidolon Roy, which is the character that appear in Amir, Slon, and Fatima's story, they actually bring the Raya tablet to them, something like that. Okay, then you can see the Chaos Miracle resulted in an emergency of 11 distant anomaly zone. Consider their characteristic, we have decided to call them hexes, and then there's a lot of anomaly. So this anomaly here, every single phase which should have 4, 4, and 3, so it makes it into 11. So currently in our anomaly there, we have actually 4 phases. I'll go through that later. And then within each hex, we have detected significant Miramon activity. And in the final hex, there's only one type of Miramon, but it's extremely powerful, and it's going to be the Torch Dragon, because it says that the data suggested it could be a Miracle Guardian, which is the Torch Dragon. So this dragon keyword here actually reminds me of the two-headed dragon that appear in the new version preview. So I'm really guessing that phase 1, currently we have 4 hacks, and then phase 2 another 4 hacks, then phase 3 we have 3 hacks. Then the last one will be fighting the Torch Dragon. If that is really the way, then it is a very exciting story and gameplay. And then it says that we have to defeat a Miracle Guardian in the final hex. So final hex could be actually a boss. Okay, then within the story you can also see here Eidolon Roy is actually here as well. There's a story from the event story, you can check it out from that part. And not just that, I'm predicting the next Esper is actually Yujing, which is the pink Esper here, and she's actually a defender. So why am I predicting is actually a defender? So if we went through more conversation here, okay, then they'll explain like in Heaven's Hand, our standard attack will particularly effective against Miramon, but won't able to take them out in one blow. And then Earth Fury, they're explaining the special buff we're gonna have in Anomaly phase 1. And then interesting, then when it goes until the in Howling Wind, Defender Esper attack will be more full. So which means only the Esper who is Defender role will get enhanced, right? And if we take a look, then I see Rough is the freeze one. Then you will see Yujing here, I'm a top-notch defender. Howling Wind sounds like a place for me. So this is actually a hint. I feel like this is actually a hint that Yujing will actually be a Defender Esper. This is why I think that she will be a Defender Esper, and she might actually be the upcoming Esper as well after that phase. And not just that, in the event story tab here, we also know that what kind of god is she. So if we look at the first one here, she'll introduce herself as her god. Let me go through until her god here. There's a lot of story here. Okay, here we have introduced this one. She is Princess Longji Gongzhu. So she's Princess Longji that's using bubble, so it reminds me of Lian. So I'm thinking like if she's going to work something like a Lian but in a defender way, just by assumption. Okay, so and then this is the assumption for the bossing and also the upcoming new character. And then now I'm going to go through the gameplay. Like Miracle Expedition here, there's going to be 4 gameplay. So got 4 hexes. So within these hexes here, they did mention that it's going to be 11 hexes. So phase 1 here, there'll be 4. I'm assuming phase 2 have another 4, then phase 3 another 3. and then the last one will be the boss, the Torch Dragon. This is just my assumption. And then within these hexes here, when you clear the 50 floor from the hexes, is something like the memory reef. So you just need to clear the character here within a specific turn amount, and then you have this special buff ally. Esper deals 50% damage, so they're encouraging you to use Esper that deals more S1. And not just that, after you clear 50 floor, you are able to get this Heaven's End buff in Point War. So Heaven's End, if you equip this buff here, you are able to enhance the basic ability plus 100%, and then also deals extra damage, which is 75% of the attack. Every hex here will have a different effect. So this S1 here, the first thing it reminds me of is actually Momo. So Momo will deal a lot more extra damage from this buff here, and this will make the Point War actually more fun in a way, because Point War, that's always the same thing, right? But with this buff here, you can actually utilize with the special buff and to make your team more suitable with the buff. So if you look at the Point War currently, there's some interface different. You can see there's like the Meta Liling's design all over and it's red color. And then if you go target someone else, there's a icon here called Unused. So if you have the buff and you click on it, you can actually select the hexes buff that you want to apply. So currently in phase 1, there will be 4 hexes. The first one is it will enhance your S1 damage and deals extra damage, and then the Earth Fury is the counter attack, also deals extra damage and then also will deal extra damage, which these two also suits Momo a lot. And then the Howling Wind here, it suits the defender team a lot, because whenever defender Esper deal damage, the damage plus 100% and also deals extra damage. It's gonna be a very good buff for Wu Yu, but keep note, if you're using this one here, and let's say I'm using Momo, if I apply this one here, I can actually slash your Wu Yu very easily. And then the Icy Wrath here is for the freeze. So if you equipped it, you can actually use this buff here to attack the enemy defense team. But same thing, if the enemy here, they are defender team here, they can also equip this buff. But so let's say my defender team is going to build Wu Yu, I can actually equip Howling Wind here, then my defender team will have this buff. So it actually enhance your Point War experience gameplay instead of just the normal Point War. Okay, so this is for the Anomaly part, and it won't really consume your stamina because within the what's that called? The Miracle Expedition here, it does not consume your stamina. Everything here is just a challenge. And then if you feel like you really get stuck, you can actually go grind Chronos. So it didn't force you to grind Chronos, just that you can grind Chronos to get more keys to enhance your Anima Codex. So it will enhance all your damage of your Esper that you are trying to apply in the team. Okay, so basically that's all for this Anomaly part here. This is our phase 1 gameplay. It really makes me excited for the upcoming other phase, especially if it is the last phase is really fighting a boss. It is going to be very hype. And not to mention, the event story I already read through is actually very interesting. Okay, now let's go through into the quality of life part. So what kind of quality of life we're gonna have? So in the Esper tab here, not Esper tab, sorry, in the team formation tab here, so let's take Chronos as an example, right? So in Chronos tab here, so let's say if you already tune a team that is someone that you really want to use. So let's say I tune a team like this, and then you're gonna save your Esper equipment, right? So you can actually just instantly change their name here. So let's say I can just instantly change it to Chronos here, and then I can just straight away change their icon here and then press confirm. So it's a very good thing here as for a player like me who keep using this formation preset. And then if you save a new formation preset, so let's say I want to save this one here, it will instantly apply a Chronos icon for you, so you know that this team that you save is actually for Chronos. Though this is a good quality of life. And not just that, so let's say if we are tuning Esper team in Falsetto Fantasy. So within this Falsetto Fantasy here, sometimes when you're tuning team, but you can't really remember who have those leader buff, right? So you can actually come to the filter tab here, the captain leader buff here, you can actually pick. So let's say currently it should be like general will be universal leader buff. So you can just pick general and then pick, let's say I want speed. So all these Esper here within the choice here, they have a universal speed leader buff. This is all the universal speed leader buff choice. But if you don't want general, you can just untick the general and then you just click the speed. Then every single Esper who have a speed leader including the non-infective one, will also get applied. So it's a very good thing to actually use for our team formation and team building, especially for a player like me. I enjoy team building in Falsetto Fantasy, and sometimes I can't really remember who have the leader buff or who is doing that specific stuff. Then you can actually go through this captain leader filter. And not just that, you can also go through the combat system. So let's say I want someone that can give attack up. I want someone that can also give crit rate up. Then let me untick the speed leader buff here first. Then all these Esper here will have this kind of specific buff. So let's say if we're looking at Luis here, Luis will give him crit rate up buff here, and then Luis will give himself where's attack up buff? Did I take attack up? Oh no, I just tick crit rate up. Yeah, you cannot tick 2. So let's say I tick invincibility. So all these Esper here will apply invincibility. Maybe it's for himself, or maybe it's for other player as well. So you can also go pick for debuff. So let's say you want to find poison Esper, just tick on poison, and every single poison Esper in the game or the Esper that you have will instantly apply to here instead of just remembering them. You can also go through like which kind of Esper got torn, then it will show you all these Esper here is got torn. So this is a very good quality of life for a player who is enjoying team building by themselves. And then they also added something called mythology, right? So within this mythology here, you can actually see there's like Pros Edda, Minion Ds, Dragon Annals. I don't know what this mentioned, but if you know about mythology, I think this will be easier for you. Like if you click on Dragon Annals, then every Dragon Annals mythology Esper will appear from here. So I'm thinking that Dragon Annals should be Chinese Esper, because if we take a look at the Esper profile, they added something new. So let's say like Yunchuan here, if we click on their profile, they have a new icon here called mythology. So it will separate them into like, so this one is Dragon Annals, right? So if we take a look at Amir is 2 Revel, and then with Amir the same one should be Fatima. So if we take a look at Fatima here, is also 2 Rebels. So I think that is how they differentiate the mythology. So you can actually filter the Esper through mythology now. So it might seem not useful, but it's pretty useful when you come into doing the path of experience. So in path of experience, like there's sometimes they'll ask you like use that Esper with another few same mythology Esper. So let's say like I remember somewhere some of the Esper require you, let's say like using the other same mythology Esper within one team. I can't really find it now, but it will be good for you to actually do that filter. Okay, but overall this is all the quality of life changes for now we have in game. I'm really happy with the quality of life. I'm really looking forward with the future Anomaly content, because the story really looks good. It's a lot of lore behind it. And then if the last one is really a boss, it really makes me very excited for it. Okay, so hope you guys enjoyed the video. Feel free to comment down how do you guys think about it, how do you guys predict as well, and see you guys in the next video. Bye bye. Special thanks for the direct support on the YouTube membership. So for the benefactor of Artiar, which is Gen MP, Roses15, Molkert Regally, The Bluest Chalane, Cami, thank you so much for the support. And for the supporter and patron of Artiar, which is Louis Schneider, Agni, Code Wilderness, Wang Tamer, Ziggy, Kamaroki, Sunwarps, Rimu, Choni, Von Hexa, Rawson Bessie, Antonio Winterspoon, Marilyn Williams, Uncle Chat, Eric Mandis, Cragran, Riku Fred X Iris, Calamity, Jordan Alons, thank you so much for the support. And that's not all, also special thanks for the direct support on the live stream super chat for the latest stand. Special thanks to Ziggy, Calamity, Agni, Pong Pong, Code Wilderness, Riku Fred, and Choni. Thank you so much for the support. Hope you guys enjoyed the video and see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.